another one.
HTTP response code debate. So, question regarding usage of HTTP response codes. I just had a talk with a coworker and we disagreed. They disagreed. Oh my goodness. On the usage of HTTP status codes in the context of HTTP APIs. Let's assume this is going to be a good one for your car. You'll probably be able to help us out with this one. Let's assume get, and then you have the base URL, the service URL, slash API slash customer 123, returns a JSON with customer data. In case the customer does not exist, I would return a status code of 404 since the resource customer was not found. My coworker argued that you could use a 404, but also status code 204, no content, since it did not return any content and the call did not fail. It just did not produce any return value, therefore, no content. I strongly disagreed. I would only use status 204. I would use status 204 only for successful actions, example, delete, that does not need to return any data, basically a void. Am I misunderstanding something completely? Well, that is a great question. And let's start a timer. I would say that your coworker is sadly wrong. Well, not sadly, because he's wrong. He's just wrong. Or she's just wrong. Whoever your coworker is, right? They're wrong. Because just because the logic isn't logicking, right? It's like saying, I go into, and that's how I think about things. When I'm breaking it down, I try to take it away from the code into another and I put it to like something else, right? So let's say I'm trying to find a house, an address, and I pull up on the block, and the house that I'm looking for is simply not there. Did I not find the house, or there is like I found the block, but there is no content there because the house isn't there? I would say no content probably if the land of the plot of lot was there and the house was like destroyed. But if the address is wrong, because the 123 in the API call in the path, that would be the address of the house. That's like the street address. And if the house is not there, then it's not found. It's like a return to sender. When you put something in the mail and you got the wrong address, you get returned 404 not found. You don't get the mail doesn't get delivered saying no content. It would be a 204 no content if I sent you an empty envelope. There's no content inside the envelope, but it was still able to make it to its destination. But if I send you an empty envelope to a house that doesn't exist, to an address that doesn't exist, they're going to return that to sender saying 404 not found. So that's why your coworker is strongly mistaken. You are not crazy. You are not. Remember the Wayne brothers. Don't call me crazy. You're not crazy, my friend. You're correct. If the delete and there's no content to be returned, then that's a 204. Or it could be a patch. Whatever. There's no content to return. Right. Basically a void, like you said. But it is not a 404 means it is not found. Whenever think about it like this, right? If you go to a web page and you go to a page that is not on the website, that's going to give you a 404 not found. Like it's going to give you a 404 error, but it's going to give you like maybe a 404 landing page. It's not a no content. It's this does not exist. Plain and simple. This does not exist. But here's a question. Because I'm quite surprised that the coworker would have this perspective. Why does this coworker think that this situation would be a 204 instead of a 404? Because that should be basic. Ask your coworker this. What boot camp did you go to? Because that does not seem like the argument of a seasoned software engineer. Like I can ramble off some error codes. 400 bad request. That means that you have an error in your request. 401 not authorized. You don't have the correct authentication to continue. 403, you don't have the right permissions. 405, method not allowed. 404, not found. And the list goes on. So if I could just ramble these codes off the top of my head, I think it's 202 accepted. 204, no data. If I could just ramble these codes off of my head as a Q engineer, why is a software engineer having this debate? It should be obvious. It's not even a design thing. It's not even a design thing. Now, from a security perspective, I will offer a slight caveat, which I still don't think it's valid, but I'll play devil's advocate to my own point. If it is for security measures where you don't want people to be putting a bunch of different like codes or IDs to try to return something, and you're just gonna say you're gonna accept everything, that could work, but that is gonna be super confusing for an API. That would be super confusing. And it's not good practice. It's not good API standards. Someone could try to make a bad case for it, but it's not the right thing to do. You are right. Go with the 404, not found. Don't have trash code. All right. As Mitch would say, that joke was trash, but no trash code. All right. All righty then.
I walked in the room, felt like a king. With my polished resume, I thought I could swing. They asked me about skills I claim to know, but deep down inside, my mind was moving slow. A smile on my face, but I felt it beneath. The truth creeping in, yeah, it stole all my belief. Caught in the lie, what a tangled web I weave. Thought I was slick, but they just wouldn't believe. Next week they'll call, I already know the score. I'm just hoping they won't slam the closing door. They nodded politely, asked me a lot, but every single answer, man, I just got caught. Thought I had it all, confidence on high. Now I'm just a fish lost in the sky. As I left the room, I could feel the weight. A decision was brewing, and it felt like fate. Caught in the lie, what a tangled web I weave. Thought I was slick, but they just wouldn't believe. Next week they'll call, I already know the score. I'm just hoping they won't slam the closing door. The closing door. Now here's my lesson, clear as can be. Honesty's the way, yeah, that's the key. The closing door. I walked in the room, felt like a king. With my polished resume, I thought I could swing. I walk in the light, what a tangled web I weave. Ooh, thought I was slick, but they just wouldn't believe. Next week they'll call, I already know the score.